Thunder versus Wizards, early pregame predictions here. This is one of those games where OKC just has to handle business. You're coming into it as heavy favorites. We're talking about roughly 90% implied odds for winning possibilities. And that kind of tells you everything about the gap between both of these teams. So the biggest opponent tonight is not really going to be Washington. It's going to be the complacency within the Thunder because this feels like a classic trap game similar to the one that we just had previously against the Nets. Bad team, road game, early tip off, but great teams don't play down. And we haven't seen that from the Thunder. They control the games early, and that's exactly what OKC has done all season long. And that's really where the biggest edge in the matchup is going to be defensively. The Thunder thrive on forcing turnovers, speeding up the team's play. Washington is one of the worst teams in the league when things get chaotic. And you've seen it in the recent stretch. I mean, they've dropped 13 straight games and are consistently giving up big scoring nights, whereas the Thunder are on a 10-game winning streak. And that's going to be the formula if OKC is active defensively early. Deflections, steals, getting out in transition. This game is going to be similar to the Nets game, getting out of hand quickly. And offensively, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's going to have a great game, of course. There's no real defensive answer from the Washington side to slow him down, especially from a one-on-one perspective. And it'll be simple. Get downhill, control the pace, force rotations, because once the defense is going to collapse on SGA, everything's going to be opening up, kickouts to shooters, cuts to the basket, transition, buckets for the Thunder. And that's when OKC, I feel like, is going to get overwhelming for them, similar to the Brooklyn Nets game. Historically, that's what we've seen in matchups like this early in the season. OKC beat Washington 127-108, and that game kind of followed the same script as, previous lesser games or lesser teams that we've played. Defense creates those turnovers, Thunder build the momentum, and then slowly the game gets out of reach. And the blueprint is pretty much there. The other key factor in this is going to be Chet Holmgren against a team like Washington. This is where his versatility could show up: pick and pop, spacing, rim protection, running the floor, essentially everything he's improved on. And Washington struggles with the physicality and that interior defense. So I believe if Chet especially gets aggressive early, this could be ended, probably even the first quarter, completely tilt the game on both ends. And then we can look at the depth as well to carry us in the second half. This is where OKC separates itself from every team in the rest of the league. Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, those guys aren't just holding the line. I mean, they're generally extending it. And that's critical for games like this where we're resting a lot of our starters. And if OKC wants to build a lead, the bench has to come in, push it even further. And we saw that in the Brooklyn Nets game that I keep highlighting. Now, Washington's perspective, I mean, they've really got no other choice but to slow down the game, limit turnovers, hit a high volume of tough shots. And that's really the only chance they have, because if this thing turns into a fast-paced up and down game, it's pretty much going to be over quickly. That directly plays into the Thunder strengths. The trends show and support that. And when the Thunder play teams with losing records, games open up offensively, and we're 7-0 in those situations, which tells you when OKC gets rolling against those weaker teams, it's going to be that snowball effect that I'm talking about. We got to win that turnover battle early, set that tone early. We really can't let Washington hang around, can't play with your food essentially. And if OKC does that, this shouldn't be a close game late. And that's the expectation for something like this, not just to win the game, but to go ahead and dominate it. So heading into this game, we got to take care of the Wizards, stay locked in, get that 11th win in a row, keep stacking these wins, keep stacking the days, because the bigger picture right now is we're building momentum for the playoffs, and I cannot wait for that. I'll get the full coverage for you guys and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.